Now, to the coworker, there's also quite a few challenges. So one is that, again, not reshoring but reskilling becomes a very important part of how we think about working with our peers, recruiting new people to the industry. And so this focus on internships, apprenticeships, and constantly being able to adapt our skill set becomes important. This will include increased use of robotics, not only in the training and in the production, but in the disassembly of components and the design for manufacturing. And that requires a set of skills that was not taught at university when I was in school, and still is a challenge for us to incorporate into the educations of the engineers, technicians, trade workers that you'll be hiring over the next few years. So how do we think about that retraining? On the other hand, the coworker now has an incredible amount of flexibility in the customization of the products that he or she is producing, right? This can mean not only phones, but new kinds of architecture, new kinds of materials, new kinds of robotics, new kinds of electronics. So that ability to be creative in the way that you're producing is very empowering, is intellectually stimulating, and it's part of what's moving manufacturing from a conception of dirty and dangerous careers to very intellectually and financially rewarding careers potentially. But there's also some negative aspects to the coworker. One of these negative aspects you see here is more individual work. So here you see examples of two people who are interfacing, one with a computer screen and one with a robot, and not another person. Right? And still, that human interaction in the workplace is important, and it's not replaced by WebEx meetings. Right? So we know this through our own experiences, why you're gathered here in person instead of just watching this on your computer screen, in terms of the attention, the interactions, the ability to form relationships that make change within a company or within a society much easier. I understand this in the way that I work with colleagues. When we had a big snowstorm earlier this week in the US, it delayed my arrival here, but it didn't keep me from having class because I could connect online with my students. However, it wasn't nearly the same kind of interaction as we were in the room, right? Many things get lost in translation when the co-workers are operating only through digital interfaces, and that's something that we all know intuitively, but we are not necessarily building our production processes around that importance of the human-human interface as well as the human-machine interface.